You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's American Idol After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's American Idol After Show.
Okay.
Wow, is this an emo version of American Idol? It could be.
No, it's obviously like a... Hey,
It's a throwback
90s.
to, there you go, throwback to the 80s. And with that said, we all know that Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another after show on AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm JC, and this is American Idol Season 12, Episode 26. What a show tonight. Honestly, we had a little bit of everything. We had Anthony Hopkins. Who'd have known? What is he, a ladybug?
Yeah, no, he was being funny. And he still looks good.
Oh, we got a fan. And also, we're going to probably still find out that Mariah is still learning how to let down Lazaro easily. Yeah. That was
she does it. She's all right.
That was like a 10-minute critique.
It doesn't matter. It's Mariah Carey. She
I know,
can
but it was
do
almost as bad as
whatever she wants.
We got a lot to get into tonight, guys. So, hey, if you guys are watching us live, chat roll, hello. But if you're not watching us live, make sure to tune in on iTunes. Comment, subscribe, let us know what you think, let us know what you like, what you don't like. But before we go any further, we do have to introduce our wonderful host, starting with the host, actor, model, musician, Mr. Marky Allen.
Yo.
Give it up for Mark, everyone.
Yes, please, hit it. Oh,
There we go.
live studio audience. What's up, y'all?
And we had a lot of feedback this past week of our new addition, Ms. Stephanie.
Georgie.
Yes.
Hello, world.
She's back.
She's
And I'm
back.
back.
She's in it to talk about it.
I'm in it to talk about it.
And Mark is channeling his Randy. And of course, no show would be complete with mahalo to our own Hawaiian resident who just got back from Hawaii. He left after our show last week, and now he's back to do our show this week.
I couldn't miss it. I just couldn't miss my favorite show. I mean, come on.
See, there we go.
Felt the
Mr.
same way.
Martin Baez, what's up? Give yourself a round of
Come on,
applause.
man.
All right, I'll give myself a round.
There you go.
Thank you, studio audience. Too kind.
You look lonely over there, JC.
I am lonely because, unfortunately, our lovely Violet is away on assignment this week. So, Violet, get back here real quick because we need you to defend your boy tonight because you're not here for Lazaro, and we've got a lot to say.
Absolutely.
Maybe
That's true.
She's
She
going to
would've
call in to probably
defended
defend him.
Can we have a special segment?
I hope she does.
What would Violet say?
Yeah, absolutely.
If we have enough time.
You'll allow that?
Not me. I think it's the guy
Martin,
running the
yeah,
ones and twos back there. So, before we start on every show, we of course talk about what happened last.
Yeah, but before, hey,
JC.
JC, yes. Well, just not sure, man. Looking all buff. Something just went off my brain. I wanted to talk about USATrainer.com real quick. You know, a lot of people are kind of finding out what they want to do after high school, getting into college. Stop wasting your time on schooling and that would leave you jobless and broke. The National Academy of Sports Medicine guarantees you'll land a job within 90 days. 90 days.
Really?
That's right. And it's, you know, getting your CPT certified guarantees your money back, but you have to visit USATrainer.com. USATrainer.com. The fitness industry is booming. There's a huge demand for certified personal trainers, and you can earn a ton of money. So check that out.
Is there a cost for trying it out or anything?
For trying no, there's a free 14-day sneak peek, fast, fun, easy online program, but you have to go to USATrainer.com to get your CPT certification.
That is awesome.
Sick. Do it.
I heard that these guys make like six-figure incomes. And
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
What?
And they look good on top of it.
I'm signing up right now.
Especially going into summer right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's
yeah.
back in the gym. It's time.
Especially if you're in California, where everyone kind of has to look good.
Uh-oh, this might be our this might be our last AfterBuzz. I think we're all going to become personal trainers after
See
this.
you later.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. We are diehards, just like our super fans tuning in at home. So let's quickly talk about last Thursday, where we said goodbye to Brunel.
Yes.
Any thoughts? Do you agree? I think you called it again, didn't you?
Yeah, and you agreed. But I did went a little bit further and said that I thought they would save him, but it looks like they're only going to save it if it's a girl. But it was a great last performance, and I'm surprised they didn't really build it up either. They kind of just, Randy just cut it like, all right, you know, we're sorry, but we can't do it. After he did that performance, kissed Amber on the cheek.
Oh, I know.
How sweet was that?
That was wonderful.
You know, and we actually spoke about it last week that they were going to introduce a new feature where it was called Still Rolling, so that we'd get to see what happened after his elimination.
Yeah.
And they played it throughout, like New Girl, and I forget the show that followed, but they were, during the commercial breaks, they were actually playing, you know, the reactions and Nikki bawling and crying and
Yeah, she
whatnot.
was so emotional about it.
Everyone was crying. So, and what's going on with Amber and Brunel?
Something.
A little love?
Been tweeting at each other.
You give us some lady
not.
advice, no?
No, and he's, because if I was Amber, I mean, he's a sweetheart and everything. So, like she said on the show, they're just building a friendship.
She has to say that.
You know what?
Okay,
I love
so she's
Stephanie.
why?
Stephanie, she keeps it real. She's keeping it. She's letting us know.
Because I'm 100 all day. I'm serious.
All day, every day.
Well
All day,
said.
every day.
But you know what? There's something I want to talk about last week briefly. They, I guess, surprised all the judges, and they asked them who were their top picks. And the funny thing was that they had a top 3, and none of them picked Candace in their top 3. The only judge, there was one judge that picked Candace in their top 3, and that was Mariah. Top 3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Candace.
Well, I don't know why, because Candace is so good that she doesn't need to be on nobody's top 3. She's
above that.
That's like, no, exactly. She's above that. She really is. And it's one of those things where I think that they're like, you know what? I'm not worried about you. Like, even if she doesn't win the show, you'll be all right.
But I still think she should be like considered top 3. It's like they're forgetting about her because she is so good, and I know how they can do that. And I think we talked about it last week with saying that Cree is so good, but she kind of, you know, you kind of forget about her.
She was
whatnot.
coasting, yeah.
Right, yeah. But Candace, definitely that powerhouse. She should never be forgotten again.
Yeah, and maybe that's what lit a fire underneath her, because I know we're going to have to wait a while till we get to her song, but she came out with a vengeance.
It'll be worth it.
And she got, I can't wait to talk about what I saw. That made me sweat.
See, we can't wait, so we got to get through these, and definitely, I mean, there were some great moments along the way. So this week we had not one but 2 songs for each artist, and the first category was songs by Burt Bacharach and I believe his other...
Dionne Warwick?
You know what? Practically Dionne Warwick, because Dionne sang pretty much all of Burt's songs.
Is that how it went?
Pretty much. And I want to definitely start with, do you guys think there was a difference between the first and second song for every artist tonight in their performances?
Absolutely,
I think so.
yeah.
I made a comment on all of that.
Did you?
Yeah, I think it's almost like the first round, you know, going back to singing those songs, a lot of them couldn't connect fully. And one thing that I thought, like, trying to make it your own, but also trying to make it relevant in 2013, it was very challenging for them. Not saying that they necessarily should do that, but we didn't have that Philip Phillips that would bring the guitar and kind of make it cool, like, and make it 100% his own.
Violet's not here today, so we're like the Gremlins. It's after midnight, so we're going to cause a lot of trouble here, because you know what? I'm calling Idol out tonight.
Why?
Okay. They are the biggest show. They are the biggest reality show in the history of reality TV. You think in their budget, because they have a very limited songbook for the artists to choose from. Why don't they pay the money so that we can choose more songs? Because honestly, we're stuck with, I love the Burt Bacharach songs.
Right,
I grew up with those. My dad used to play them all the time, but
They're good for that.
yes, I want contemporary. I want, like we touched upon it last week, Bieber. I want.
They're good for eliminating, that's why. Because for any of those people who come in, and for the one who can kill it, there you go.
the ones that can't?
It's one of those things, like, good, make them sing something hard so that they're putting them up to the challenge, survival of the fittest.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you think
but-
strategy, okay.
And
Absolutely.
almost for like the viewer though, it's almost I think you're losing a lot of the crowd.
Yeah, that's why other shows, you know, that one on NBC, and we'd like to let everyone at AfterBuzz know that we too also have a Colombiana with us on our reality show. There we go.
Thank you for that shout out to all my Colombian people out there.
I thought he was talking about me.
Yeah, you too. You're my Colombian primo.
All right, settle down, you two. No, but seriously, The Voice gets to use, they use a lot more contemporary songs than Idol does, but Idol has a bigger budget, I would think, over the years. I mean, so come on, guys, really step. I love the show, but I'm calling them out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the first Burt song, which was
Angie? Oh, Anyone Who Had a Heart.
Yes, by Burt Bacharach. What do you guys think of Angie? She's been lost the last few weeks, I think.
She sounded very good in the beginning. Yeah.
But
Actually, yeah, well, I want to comment on what Keith Urban said. He said that expense of passion. That's what he said. Okay.
she wasn't connecting, you were saying.
Right, and that's exactly what it was. So, like, it was good in the beginning, but when she does that, it's just, she's not feeling it. It was very simple, and like the Evanescence song last week, she kind of kept it safe. So that was the only thing that she lacked a little bit.
So you weren't wowed?
Yeah, but the beginning was so perfect. So I was excited to hear it, and then it just kind of it stayed steady.
Yeah, because like the vocals were good.
It stayed steady, and she looked great.
Yeah, she did. The vocals are really good, and I like the strings. I felt like it was a solid performance, but I really like what Mariah brought up too, the fact that she's pronouncing her pronunciation in every single thing she says, and that can definitely hurt her because when she's behind the piano and not thinking about it, she definitely, and that's something we talked about this whole time. And we're gonna probably, I don't know if we'll ever see her not behind the piano again after tonight, but I feel like she had a good performance, and she only got better throughout the night.
See, you said it right there. Good.
She had a good,
Good.
yeah, good.
Especially compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah.
And it was just her first one, so like, don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Stephanie. She's making me simmer down because, because I do love Angie, but I was losing faith in her until her second song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
She brought it back.
She did.
What did you guys think of Love Came Down?
I like the fact that she picked a song. These were the songs that they wish that she had written. So we went back behind the piano, cool white piano with the smoke, and it just really showed her big voice. And she definitely had a moment that even brought her to tears at the end of it. I don't know if her performance herself, she connected so much to it, but she was in tears at the end of her performance. She had like a standing O from everybody. She just had an epic moment, and that's what we love from her. And Nikki definitely reminded us about that. So
Yeah, because she belted it. Like, that's what, when she was on the piano, the way she sang that, like if she would have sang that in Evanescence, she would have done so well.
yeah,
So
she was
well.
feeling it.
Yeah, she felt it. She pushed it at the end when she got into it. I don't know, I mean, and sometimes instruments do that for you. Like, they help you. And you know what it is, too? I'm so happy that they got to sing 2 songs because it was like a warm-up, The first one, they got their blood running, and then the second one, they're all in it to win.
Yeah.
Because
Nice. We got a little Randy. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. In it to win it.
What'd you think, man? You thought it was good?
God, this night, it was a roller coaster for me. Honestly, because, since we're talking about her second song, and Candace had just finished her first. And I know we're going to get to Candace later, but I thought momentum was teeter-tottering throughout the night. Yeah. And I thought, I'd lost faith on Angie on her first song, but I felt she grabbed the momentum back with her first song. I was like, this is the Angie we've been waiting for. This is the one we saw in Hollywood Week. This is the one as all the judges were saying, this is Angie.
Yeah.
And she just needs to stick to this, because if she's going to have, and she's been a front runner from the beginning, but she needs to stay with this, or else I don't see her winning anymore.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, there are other contestants that just have too much momentum right now.
Her stepping it up. And that was cool what Nikki said as well about her being behind the piano. The fact that that's something that she can do that nobody else can do. And that is so important, because now we're in the top 6, kind of top 5. But it really, like, you need to stick to what you're good at and use the tricks that you're best at. So Nikki was right a lot tonight.
Yeah, she was. She was the voice of reason.
that's who keeps it real, is Nikki. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess she would. But.
And here's the thing, and the chat roll, actually, they've got something wise to say. Charlie15Z says, why not split the difference? Go with a 90s theme. I mean, because we're in the mid-60s with all these songs. I mean, half of the audience that watches the show they weren't even born.
Right. It's like I mean, it's like movies. Like the storyline of movies back then was very slow, and now that we're kind of up to 2013, everything's fast paced. We don't have we're ADD. We can't even concentrate on one thing for a long time. But that's I mean, it's so
maybe
true.
We shouldn't fast forward if we're all ADD. Let's calm it down.
So what you're saying is maybe we should. I don't want to say this. Maybe just fast forwarded through the first half of the show because it was a setup for it was just a tale of two different shows, I thought, tonight. So how did Amber do? Maybe did Amber at least rock both songs, say a little prayer?
I think she definitely did. I like the fact that she kind of, she made it her own, and the way she looked amazing, like always. And she definitely, she was working the stage and had her little Whitney moments. So I love her falsetto runs that she does too. So beautiful, kind of very pure sound. And she's forming into a star before our eyes, man. She's just, every week I feel like she's getting better. So this, tale of two stories, two shows, I definitely felt like she, you okay? You good?
Oh, just choking up a little bit.
She loved Amber's performance so much that
Got choked up over it, yes.
Yeah. It's okay, she'll perform again.
Have a drink from our AfterBuzz TV cup.
Oh, those are delicious.
Absolutely, and make sure, hey, Martin, can they still purchase a cup from our AfterBuzz site?
Of course they can still purchase a cup. They can purchase two. I think someone should buy Steph one.
There we go. It calms coughs and it does everything for you. All you have to do is go to AfterBuzzTV.com and go to our store. Fantastic.
Right.
There we go.
Cool.
So let's move on with more of Amber, but she was good. But I was missing fire and passion.
From which, the first one or both, or the second?
From the first one. I'm just talking about the first one. It just...
Yeah.
No, I like.
You liked it? Okay, so we agree to disagree. Well, what are you thinking, Steph?
No, she did it. Because she knew this song and it came out like so, like when she could. When
Are we talking about the first song or
the first song?
Okay.
The first song. No, she sang it like one. It was good that we all knew it, but she gave it like a little extra. Like that song could have been tired because everyone knows that song, but no, she like brought it back to life. And she doesn't oversing. She does it just perfect. She does it just perfect.
And her boyfriend wasn't around.
Yes.
So I don't know who her boyfriend is, but
and
sometimes.
You guys kept trying to joke about something. I didn't even get it. You guys got a joke that I didn't get. The Curtis. What was he saying about?
Oh, yeah, she said at the end, who could it be? Could it be Devin? Could it be Brunel? And she said, no, Curtis from, 6 weeks ago.
Yes, he
4 weeks
10th.
ago. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This season is just. I'm having a hard time, AfterBuzzers. Please help me out here. Send us your opinions, please, because
this is too much information. Because we haven't seen this many songs in one episode in a while.
It's not that. I'm not feeling them. I wasn't feeling this first round.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So at least the second round, Love on Top, Beyonce, little. Oh, Stephanie.
That's your jam?
That's your jam. Go ahead.
No, well, yeah. I mean, because I was. Like even the judges were doing it also. I mean, because
everyone was
feeling it. Yeah.
She was feeling it. She was on stage and she was doing her little like 4 steps and like getting into it.
I thought it was a very interesting choice at the beginning, but then seeing how she worked it out, it was definitely a cool song choice. It definitely worked for her. I love the colorful wardrobe that she made sure she's not forgetting to wear each time.
The heels and the shorts, loved it. She has incredible.
I'm Simon today. I'm Simon because this is not America's
top. You didn't like the second one?
It's not America's top model.
It's American Idol. We're creating an idol that we're gonna idolize.
Her look. She was a fantastic performer on stage.
And I'm gonna do some news and gossip later. Somebody kind of was talking about her wardrobe. That like whoever did her wardrobe last week should. I don't know what exactly he said, but he didn't like it basically, and she came back on Twitter, so there's a little beef there. We'll talk about that a little bit later too.
Yeah, it's just I know you two are right. I know you guys are right. It's about the package and creating a pop artist, but I hate it when they just start out, I love your clothes, I love what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Start with the voice, start with the song, start with the tone, start with the key changes, which someone did not do very well tonight, and they let them have it. But I mean, this is what it's about. It's, are we gonna buy their records because of how they look? Don't answer that.
Just want that smart ass comment coming back.
I felt it. So, okay, now this next person we're moving on to is. It's so difficult to talk about it because he finished.
No, it shouldn't be.
Okay, there we go. He finished top 3 last week. Did we agree?
Well, that's the thing too. This has been the number one, number one storyline for the last I don't know how many weeks. Is Lazaro going to stay or go? But I think this whole thing has to be kind of hard for him too to kind of digest because he knows just as well as we do. He's getting bad critiques every time. So.
Yeah, I mean, that must be awful. I mean, think about just internally, just that pressure he's under this microscope. I'm sure he's watching what everyone's saying. If he goes online, I mean, it must be just that much more difficult on him, but
I feel like he's kind of strong. I mean, I don't like that they use like, oh, what you've gone through, like when they avoid saying like the stutter and everything. Like, I just don't think that it should be like a factor because he seems like a strong character. Like that, I think that's why I don't feel bad saying things, especially being Hispanic, where you grew up with parents and family members who are so honest with you all the time. It's just one of those things, and both like his performances, they weren't good. They were not, and he just has to understand that, and it is what it is.
You brought up something really interesting because I'm wondering why hasn't he sang anything in Spanish?
I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't. Well,
because he's Cuban. Spanish is his first language.
So maybe he doesn't identify with himself with that. Because I think that if he was passionate about it, he absolutely would have done that. Because why wouldn't you? I mean, if I was a singer, I would absolutely sing something.
Like Devin. Devin did that throughout. He did that many times this season. So I was just wondering why. I'd like to see it. It'd be interesting, maybe tonally, because it is his native tongue.
Right.
So I'm thinking maybe something because he. One thing that's been lost about Laz from the beginning, he has this beautiful, rich tone.
Right.
But I don't know, has he gotten progressively better or worse?
Well, I think it's just learning a song in this amount of time. And that's one thing, too. Like, the judges broke it down for a good 20 minutes, and half of it was Mariah. But the thing about it was that nobody really touched on the fact that they know he's sang good before. He's had good moments on the show. It's been a while, and yeah, he's in the top 6, so he has to do really well right now. But I don't like nobody touched on the fact that he was great. It was all about his story and how like what he stands for and all this. So
yeah.
I'm just surprised that nobody kind of even. I mean, I know they shouldn't sugarcoat anything. But if you're going to say all those negative things, it's you got to keep it positive at the end of the day.
And I think Randy was actually letting them have it quite a bit.
Yeah.
It just was.
Well, yeah, because he led that first time. It was just like, I don't know what's going on, man.
Well, because it's a show too. At the same time, like you got to give a better performance because everybody's watching it. Like besides the fact that it's a competition, they have to like remember that it's also something like for the network. Like, and you're regardless, you need to be stepping your game up to the fullest because they're supposed to be entertaining everyone. And when he's giving a half, performance, then it's just not. It's probably irritating Randy because obviously if he got that far, he can do more, but he's not, and that's what everyone's like.
So the pressure of the moment, you're saying, okay?
Yeah, I think it's definitely the pressure of the moment, and he just can't learn songs as quick as everybody else, and it's unfortunate, but.
How would you? I mean, because you performed quite a bit. I mean, last week you were performing. I got to say with Casey from season 10.
Yeah, Casey performed again at my showcase. And I'm constantly learning new songs. And the thing about it is, you get stronger. It's like your memory is like a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it is to learn stuff. But I mean, it's also the pressure of the moment and being in front of the world while you're singing. So definitely, I'm feeling for him. And it's hard to make some of these songs your own. It's not an easy thing to first of all pick a song you've never heard before or whatnot, but then also learn all the lyrics and then learn another song. It's tough. It's tough, and that's why it's a survival of the fittest. But people still connect with him and are backing him up. So,
what if he wins this whole thing?
Well, that's the thing too. With him being in the top 3 last week, because he was in the bottom 2 the 2 weeks before, and then all of a sudden now he's in the top 3. So I don't know, because it seems like half the world is for him, half the world's against him in this.
He is a hot button of controversy. So I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow, where he ends up. But my heart goes out to him, and just the pressure.
Yeah.
So let's move on to someone who's actually brought it week in and week out.
Yeah.
And last week, some of us here at the panel kind of got on her saying that she was coasting a bit, and that's Cree. Did she bring it this week?
Yeah.
With what the world needs now?
Did that create him?
She feels it.
You felt Cree.
She feels it. Like that's why I like to watch, like her and Amber. I like when they sing because they're in there, like they're in the song. Excuse me, her, Amber, and Candace. And that's what's so good about Cree, because she feels it. And she's so natural when she sings. It's so comfortable to her, and she doesn't do too much because she doesn't need to.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so flattering to her.
Yes. But quickly, I want to see what somebody else has to say about Cree. We got somebody on the line. Who we got there?
Hey guys, it's Andrew. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. What's up?
Hello, Andrew.
Andrew Kirk, what's going on, buddy?
It's been a while, guys. How we been?
Good, good. Actually, feeling tonight, and you know what? Andrew is a diehard Idol fan. Have you seen every episode from every season?
Towards the end of season 2. But like, what I want to say about Lazarus real quick. I mean, I know he should be the one to go home tomorrow, but I'm kind of. I think it's kind of messed up that they didn't give him any advice. The judges didn't give him any advice on what he could improve on. I felt like they didn't give him any effort on what he could improve on tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty much all negative and kind of.
It was very brutal. And it was very hard to watch.
Do you think they were doing it with the sole purpose of possibly getting Laz out?
I mean, he should have been gone a couple weeks ago, but I mean, he's still there, and there's. I think with his big fan base, I don't know if he's going home tomorrow.
Yeah.
True.
I really don't.
So, I mean, all of us are just so confused because I love the guy. I loved his story. And his audition was fantastic. And for me, I just think he's gotten progressively worse throughout the season.
Yeah, just the pressure's getting to him, and he's kind of crumbling before our eyes.
So, Andrew, what else do you think about tonight's episode, man?
Loved Amber. Loved Candace. Candace was amazing, as you guys probably will get to in a minute. Amber, I thought had very good song choices. Angie, I gotta disagree with you guys on last week's. I love the Evanescence song that she did last week. I thought she did a very good job with that. Obviously, it wasn't her best, but I thought she did very well with that one. Tonight, obviously, the first one wasn't that good. Second one was definitely better. That song sounded like a song that she would write, you know?
Right. Yeah. And you're a big fan of Cree too, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, like when they were voting the top 10, I didn't pick her to go in the top 10, but obviously that was way off. I'm definitely on that bandwagon. I wish Violet was here tonight so I could tell her that.
Now, but we do have to say, because you've been a champion for Candace since day one.
Absolutely.
What did you think of tonight's performance? I mean, especially the Cure song.
I mean, I wish I would have been there live. I mean, you were there last week, Mark.
Yeah.
How was Candace performing live?
It was ridiculous. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And seeing, I thought, and this week, it was 10 times better than last week, and last week was great.
Yeah, because we always have a great performance by her, and then man, I wish I was there this week. Wish we all were.
So she's still your number one, Andrew, Candace.
Absolutely. I think the final 3 are going to be Candace, Cree, and between Amber and Angie, and maybe Janelle might sneak in there if she doesn't get sent home tomorrow. I think Cree and Candace should definitely be there. For the top 3 of the hometown vids, I think it's going to be between one of those other 3. We'll find out tomorrow because honestly, guys, I don't want it to be her, but I think it's going to be Janelle tomorrow.
All right, that's a pretty good prediction. We're going to have to wait and see. So, Andrew, definitely.
Who do you guys think they'll use the save on if one of them gets in the elimination?
I don't even know, because this is the last week, right?
I said it on a Spreecast that I don't think they're going to use it this season.
Yeah, they might not, and that's the thing too, because I think they can only use it one more time until the top 5, right?
Right.
So I think if it's one of the girls, possible, but I thought they would use it on Brunel. So obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about.
You know what?
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Mariah and Nikki can't agree on anything, so I don't think it's going to happen.
It's true.
Here's the thing. Here's a news flash. I hate to say they are going to use it. They have to. Because Idol is scheduled to end, I believe,
AFTERBUZZ TV.
Yes.
Hi. I was once like...
With
Sorry.
No worries. no. I mean, the AfterBuzz VO guy disagrees, but I wanted to say, Idol's ending on May 16th. So technically, they have to use the save.
Interesting.
See that? See. So they're gonna have to use the save.
So you're saying, okay, very interesting.
You know, right now you said that you don't think they'll use the save, but they have to. Show doesn't end until the 16th. What are they going to do?
They have extra episode.
You know, we're going to take a week off because, you know, we have a week left over and we have to end on this day because May is sweeps, you know, sweeps month, so they have to end on that certain day.
Interesting.
So
JC knows all.
Nah, we'll see. We'll find out. But
great performances. Looking forward to seeing Kelly and Scotty perform tomorrow.
absolutely.
Looking forward to seeing them on.
I think that's going to be a great Thursday episode, and that's good. I like them stepping up the Thursday episodes. Now, quickly, Andrew, what do you think about that still rolling thing where they started?
I think we lost them, JC.
Oh, we lost them.
Sorry.
Okay, well, call back again next week, Andrew. Definitely love having you on the show, and let's move on to.
So we're still working on Cree, right?
Oh, Cree Nation.
It was funny. out of everyone, she had 2 songs. Each of the songs had 4 words in it, or seven words in it. 14 words in 2 songs.
You mean total?
Yeah. The first one, "What the World Needs Now Is Love," and the second one was "Help Me Make It Through the Night." That's too long. Is that her thing?
No, I thought you meant like 7 songs total.
No, like 7 words.
Like tequila.
Like, yeah. What?
You know, like tequila, you only say tequila throughout the whole song. So I thought there were only 7 words in each song.
No. Yeah, in the title. Sorry, not thinking. But yeah, each song had 7 words in the title.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
That was cool.
No,
that was really cool.
What? That's what, like when I name a song, it's hard. Sometimes I'm like, man, that's too long. I can't name it. But these guys are just like, nah, screw it. Let's put the whole song in the title.
See, he's passionate, Stephanie. That's why. That's why he brings these little factoids. You don't get anywhere else because What the World Needs Now actually came out in 1965. See, we do our research here at AFTERBUZZ.
Oh, that's what we do.
So, all right, now, yes, the first song was great.
Yes.
But How to Make It Through the Night. I thought that was going to be the song of the night.
Yeah.
Till later.
And the ACMs, the Academy of Country Music Awards, were this past Sunday night. It felt like I was watching that still. Just that performance with the steel guitar, the acoustic, they had the strings. It was perfect. It was her to the fullest, which she always does. But I can see that that's her thing. Like before, I didn't always see the country side of her. Like I saw like a little dash here and there. But during that song, come on, man, like it's perfect.
She's good. And Mariah mentioned, she said that she's not trying to produce an emotional response, which that's true. She doesn't she doesn't over exaggerate. Also, she does it just good. Like when she closes her eyes, it's very like real. So that's why everyone's so intrigued in the performance, because she's not like, she doesn't seem like an amateur. She just seems so like
Professional.
Yes.
She did what Cree does, and okay.
You're not about it, but
No, I absolutely no. I felt like it's like she grabs you by the hand and walks you through each and every single note. Just truly beautiful. You go with her on the journey. You know, she paints a picture. She literally took me there. I saw the scenario, how she painted it out.
She literally took you there?
how was it? Like when you were there, like
use literal
was it cool?
if it's not literal.
She did. She literally took me there. I'm sorry.
She would. She's that genuine of a person that she would if she could, if you were there.
I know, she's so nice.
And our fans are saying the same, that they love her vocally, but they're still bored. Derek Johnson just sent that. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna. I love Cree. I could understand that because I would probably think that same thing for a couple of other people. But
Ooh, who? We'll get to it in a minute.
Doesn't matter. But yeah. But she's still good regardless. So the boring factor may play, but can't no one deny her vocals.
Never.
Andrew just sent us a little message on chat room. He says, "Yeah, that's why I think the save will be used. I think let's see. Yeah, that's why I think if the save will be used, because I think Angie, okay." Can't read it, Andrew. I'll have to read it later.
Check it out later.
No, but let's move on to Janelle.
Okay.
Janelle, who for weeks we've been saying she's kind of coming up. She was like the dark horse. She was going to like sneak up on everyone. And now that everyone's kind of aware of Janelle, did she bring the goods tonight?
Well, that's the thing too. Like you guys were gung ho about it at the beginning, and I kind of jumped on the bandwagon a little bit late. I felt like, you know, they said her first performance was boring, and I can see how they said that, but I felt like she made it less boring by kind of taking a journey throughout the crowd and like going to talk to Keith and like that whole thing. So I thought it was less boring because of that. And with these kind of boring songs,
what are you supposed to do? Yeah.
Like I think that she did the best she could with it, and I think that she took some chances and did some, you know, threw some tricks in there to kind of, you know, keep people into it.
Okay, but from a vocalist standpoint,
oh yeah,
no, but with her movement, did you notice that she had a little trouble with her breath control when she went around, when she was playing with Keith and being really cute? I don't know if you listened to the vocal; it seemed like her breath was off.
I think going into the end of the performance, I felt like she was in control of most of it.
Yeah, I don't know. She has great stage presence. She has fantastic stage presence.
Yeah.
But she's a good singer. I mean,
she's good, but is she great? Is she this?
Yeah, I don't think
that's what I'm looking for.
I haven't gotten the great from her yet, but she does have. She probably has a little bit better stage presence than most, which what we were mentioning last week when we said that she has the commercial thing to her. But yeah, I don't know. And then if she is gonna decide to walk around and be cute like that, like, you got to check yourself a little bit and make sure that your breath is on point. Like everything that all falls into the performance.
So maybe she redeemed herself with the dance.
Yeah, that was interesting.
From Garth Brooks. Did you guys feel? Because here's you felt that.
She's I like when she does the Faith Hill thing where, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of country, but like, okay, well, Keith mentioned this to Cree where she said that, or which one was it? It is.
We now pause for station identification.
No, sorry, I apologize.
No.
Where it's a reminder of what like real country was, like old country, not pop music. Like she has that country twang while she sings,
like,
and I love it.
Like a Patsy Cline, let's say, like old school country. We're talking about like old Leanne Rimes, you know.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, perfect example. And I love when she does it. That I am a fan of because she does it a little bit better than Cree, but that's it. I mean, I wish I could tell.
Well, yeah, she's like a little more country than Cree.
Yeah.
Cree kind of.
Which is what you were saying that, or one of you just said that you never got the country factor, but where Janelle has it.
She always does.
Has it.
Because that's who she is.
Yeah.
And that song, it was interesting for her to sing that song. I felt like she was in control at the beginning of it and lost it and kind of regained it at the key change. But yeah, I mean, the judges were big fans of it, and I didn't think they were going to love it as much as they did. But
do you think we would have loved it more if she didn't follow Cree? Remember, she went right after Cree.
Right.
And I think that's...
You felt like she sounds a lot like her, you know?
In my critique, what I wrote was, I thought it was okay. And I said, well, what if she wouldn't have followed Cree? Would I have probably, said, oh, fantastic, a great performance? That second song by Cree, for me, I was still thinking about it when Janelle came up to sing.
Yeah.
So that's why it just wasn't. And right now, I think Nikki says it best. You know, they're both similar, but Cree takes it every single time. Yeah. She's just being honest.
That's just because it's a little bit boring. So regardless, you would have had the same reaction. Like, it doesn't matter because the other performances were better. So that's why you had that reaction.
Wow. And our chat roll, they said we need to stop comparing the two, or the judges need to stop comparing the two. But why? I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, when you're genre specific, you kind of like, it's only natural to do that.
But okay, fine. Well, without the comparison, regardless, it's still, comparison's only there because they're a little bit alike.
Okay.
So then.
Who has a better voice?
Yeah, Cree.
Yeah.
Cree?
Yeah.
Overall, yeah.
There we go. Okay, see.
But I love her country twang, man. I think she's obviously has a huge future. Like the fact that they made it this far, it's almost like, I mean, saying that they're all winners is kind of a cop out.
Maybe Janelle should act.
No, man, she's got it. Watch, no, seriously in the studio, especially.
Yeah.
Like she's got a great studio voice, and she's gonna learn to be spot on. But like she has, I mean. I do like the fact that Keith said, like, if she would have played her guitar with the song, it definitely, I feel like she would have connected better and it would have been a better choice. But, yeah, she's still dope.
I love it. I'm calling out Jonathan Lowe. He's our little Simon. He says, it's a singing competition. You have to compare the contestants. Well said. I'm just saying, because if we're comparing singers, who are we going to compare Candace to? I'm thinking Fantasia. I'm thinking Jordan Sparks. I'm thinking those iconic performances in Idol history. That performance tonight, it goes down in the history books. Honestly, we played it twice.
Yes, we did.
We went
and
back
I sat back and I relaxed with my hot water, and I was like, yes.
You know who else even should remind me of Melinda Doolittle, season 6.
Okay.
I'm serious. It was.
Is her dad a doctor?
You see, Candace, then now last week I take it back. I compared her to Jennifer Hudson, and I do take it back because now that's someone that I won't compare anymore because with tonight's performances, she has officially created her own name in my head.
Absolutely.
See, you just said it. You just said it best. Yeah, we can't compare.
Yeah.
But okay.
Because the first half of the show, like you said, was kind of boring, right? So when Candace got up there. You always know you're gonna have a great performance, so you're definitely gonna watch and pay attention. The first song was good, was great, but the second song just.
Yes,
and
yes,
I
you and
think
Blue.
that we should all give her a round of applause right now. Ready?
Okay.
Because Mariah Carey
setting us up.
sparkled glitter. She put glitter on her, and
First time ever.
is an honor. That is an honor from Mariah Carey. If she I bet you that's why she started crying. She's like, oh my God, Mariah Carey just put glitter on.
Hope that wasn't a hex.
No, it wasn't.
I was freaked out
That
when
was
she was-
Mariah. She
She turns into a
oh
frog.
my gosh, that was like Mariah Carey's like a princess, and I love her.
You rock, Stephanie. Honestly,
Why?
'cause
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Stephanie was so taken by the moment when Mariah put her glitter when she christened
It's so
Candace.
Yeah.
I was a little freaked out. I don't know.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was cool, but it was interesting. I don't know if you know this. If Mariah puts glitter on you, you immediately cry. That's what happens.
We're gonna bring glitter next week, okay?
Okay.
And we're gonna anoint the best panelists for the evening. We're gonna do something fun like
Nah,
that.
it doesn't count.
It doesn't
Sorry,
count.
At least
you
I
guys
don't
are
have anything to worry
Mariah
about.
Carey. Mariah Carey represents glitter.
Okay, so let's get into the song. What about the song made it so special? What? Yes, you and Lady in Blue.
She, from the beginning, it was incredible. And also, when the way she feels it, there's this one part of the song where she does something with her hand. And it was so, it wasn't like.
It was this one?
No, it was, she did like a twitch, but it did, I don't know, it was so
Was it
weird.
like a Brunel twitch? Because Brunel used to
Yeah,
have
kinda.
the movements as well.
Yeah, which was funny because they were all like laughing about that in the little segments beforehand, but it wasn't anything that she would repeat because it was for that moment.
Right, yeah,
she
it
was
almost-
so into the song that you felt it, and that's why she was so good. When she had her eyes closed, when she was feeling it, like you absolutely felt it too. Did you hear Andrew when he said that? He was like, "Oh my gosh, like, are you kidding?"
Yeah, it was almost like she was like freestyling it. It felt like
Yeah.
it was like.
I'm willing to bet she was actually. I guarantee if she sang that same song again, there would be different runs. I think she just
Slightly, yeah.
slightly, yeah. But I mean, she was just so organic in the performance. She just went. It was almost she was in a state of being in the song. You know, and actually, Derek Johnson just wrote, "This is the first time I saw her as a star, even though she has killed it every week." And I have to agree, honestly. I wrote this for the first song. If we were judging the show just by tonight, she is the American Idol, hands down. It's an
Yes.
injustice if she does
Yes.
not win. And by the second song, which was even better, I mean, how does she not win this thing?
Yeah, now
Mark,
it
you're good at this. You're good at countering this. How does she not win this?
I don't know. I feel the same way. Like I feel like she is the American Idol at this point in the competition, and now everybody is kind of like doing what they're good at. The fact that she can use her whole voice and sing the whole song, and like the little falsetto like runs she was doing where the note was like falling, that's unbelievable. And the fact that she didn't make it last year to this point was perfect because she's coming out. This is her time to shine.
meant to be, no.
But I mean, it comes down to who votes, though. The fact that Lazaro is still in this, the fact that it makes it
Absolutely.
the same thing that she could not win it. She should win it.
You know what? You know what's not
Right
going
now.
to make this the best song ever in Idol's history? There's a reason why this song is not the best in the history of the show.
Why?
The audio glitch. I don't know if the viewers got the same thing
that
we
was
did.
really scary. It was weird.
There was a glitch, and it
That's how
literally.
good it was. It made the sound guy was just like he was sleeping.
Literally, it took.
It sounded like somebody was like.
Yeah, he was just so into it. He was just like, and then like.
And you know what? She did not even flinch.
She did that.
Well, I don't think she heard it. I don't think they heard it in the studio.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's just the viewers at home that heard it.
Possibly.
Because
or maybe where we were watching it. No, I'm just kidding.
Because it took me out because I literally I had goose pimples, and by the first note,
Goosebumps.
those two, I would have probably been crying, honestly, but just that little glitch took me out, and I was like, oh, because it was a moment. It was I will never forget this song.
I thought you were just hungry. I was like, oh, there's JC's stomach's growling, and then it was,
Let us know what you guys think.
if you guys heard it, yeah.
Yeah.
Not your stomach, but if you guys got the glitch too. 'Cause I'm interested if they got the glitch too, like if it was on everybody's.
And everyone's TV. So,
Yeah.
with that said, we had a little bit of everything tonight. So overall,
It was cool.
fantastic episode because honestly, we had the highs of highs and unfortunately some other spots that left a lot to be desired. So, with that said, another wrap up of another great episode. So why don't we move into some newsy, gossipy stuff?
Yeah. What did I have here?
AfterBuzz TV News.
What do you got for us, Mark?
No, we're talking about how people might not be able to win the competition and whatnot. But do you know who Michael Slezak is?
Of course, yes.
Who is he?
He has a show called Ideology. He is an idol fanatic. He works for TVLine.com. Fantastic guy. I love his opinions. He's kind of like Jimmy meets Simon with a touch of JC.
Oh, then I like him.
Okay, let me pull this up real quick because he kind of lashed out. He was the one that said to Amber about her her wardrobe last week, and he said, and this, I got this from votefortheworst.com, who you're a huge fan of, but he said someone needs to teach the Idol contestants how to use social media properly because first Angie Miller showed her. They said bitchy side, favoriting tweets saying that Lazaro should have gone home. So somebody had tweeted out like, Lazaro should go home, and she favorited it. So yeah, and then if you go to her favorites, you can see that. So she kind of messed up. I didn't even know that. So, but listen, maybe I don't know. Maybe she didn't mean to do that. But we love Angie. So
that happens.
Yeah.
Hasn't anyone ever done that on Twitter by accident? You accidentally like click on, you favor something, and you meant to favor like the tweet below.
Yeah.
Right, but if she favors it and doesn't comment on it, then that's good enough. I mean, she just left it at that.
But they said that he should be going home, not Burnell. So maybe that was the tweet.
Ooh, I wonder what that means behind closed doors. With them off camera.
No, that was Angie who said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Amber, so your buddy Michael Slezak said that. I'm calling 911 to report whoever dressed Amber Holcomb in that mess last week. And then she came back with, and she should do this anyways, at Michael Slezak TV. This is going to be awkward. No, that's not her. I love all of my outfits I've worn. Who are you again? ? Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Amber haters gonna hate.
Exactly. So, but then he came back and said something about like she's allowed to do that. So, I mean, it's all fun and games until.
I mean, at the end of
JC
the day,
gets
it
hurt.
doesn't matter. Everyone needs to not be sensitive because everyone has their opinions. And I think what I like about the Twitter, it prepares them for what they're gonna get because it's not like that's not normal. Like I can't stand when an artist or someone. I understand they're people. I get it, but when you choose to be in this industry, when everyone has a right to make a comment, why? I mean, I guess you could take it personal, but.
I think almost in this,
Not
like
that personal.
I know they have to tweet and like get their fans out and everything, but like in this competition, I almost feel like they should just like back away from the computer and just be in your own zone because otherwise, you're gonna like you already have 19 producers in your mind doing this, so step away from the computer,
They're
man.
addicted to it.
there
They
we
want to
go.
know.
All right.
Any other news and gossipy stuff?
No, but I also want to go through the list to see. I don't know if you guys know anything about the followers. We did the follow frenzy back in previous weeks, but I want to say, who do you guys think has the most followers thus far? You might know because you do a lot of research. Out of everyone, who do you think has the most?
Most Twitter followers?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with. I'm stuck between Lazaro and Angie Miller.
Okay, and who do you think?
Yeah, Lazaro probably. Well, only because it's like whoever has, people like
like them for different reasons. Want to check it out.
Never mind. I'm
So
not
coming in number 6 is Amber Holcomb with 26,000 followers. In fifth place, Janelle Arthur at 30,100. Candice Glover is at 40,300. Cree Harrison, 44,000. Number 2 is Lazaro with 65,500, and Angie Miller, who triples Janelle and Amber. She's at 91,400. But the reason this could not matter is the whole thing with like Colton Dixon last year. He was at like 160,000, and he still got voted off. Also, Brunel Taylor has 44,000, so he's right in the middle of the mix, and he got voted off last week. So this has something to do with it, but it also doesn't mean anything.
Here's an interesting stat with what you just said. You notice that the numbers that you just read were probably half of what Colton had.
Yeah.
So is Idol losing to
maybe
viewers?
that was
Well, it also is just some people like to read funny things. I mean, if one person doesn't say like.
No, but what I'm saying is the popularity of the show. You know,
right.
could this just be in like even a down year? Because Colton had 150,000 followers.
But what did he place last year?
I believe 6th.
6th?
I'm not sure. Guys, let us know, chat roll. So
yeah, I forget.
But now, before we get, I actually do have a small little nugget of news. Last week, how Idol introduced, you know, Still Rolling, where they showed the reactions and whatnot. Well, they're getting so into the digital space right now. Well, I mean, just the commercial space, and to keep the viewers, what they're going to do on tomorrow night's show is when they go to commercial, they're going to have a split screen. So you'll see the commercial, and you'll still see what's going on behind the scenes at Idol, just so that they won't lose viewers between commercial breaks.
Through the whole commercial?
That's what it said in the article. Is they're just going to have a box throughout the commercials, so it's like a split screen.
Wow.
So they're just trying these new innovative ways.
Which I think is necessary. Like the fact that we got to see the behind the scenes.
Right.
That definitely was really cool to see.
So they're always trying new wrinkles, and especially I'm sure they're aware of that other singing show as well. So they got to, you know, keep up with the Joneses, as they say. Yeah. So once again, Idol is still always king. So a great show, great newsy, gossipy stuff, but we all know it's time for predictions.
And now,
this portion of predictions brought to you by Martin Suntan. Okay.
Yes.
All right, now on Idol, we like to talk with the good stuff first. So you're ready to go, Stephanie. Who's your favorite tonight?
Let's do top 2.
Top 2?
Yeah.
Because we all know who our top 1 is.
Okay.
Okay.
Stephanie, who are your top 2?
My top 2 is Candice and Cree.
Ooh, Candice and Candice. Now,
Candice and Cree.
that's what you're gonna say, isn't
Candice
it?
and Cree, they were fantastic. I love them. They were like performances at like the MTV Awards or something. You know, like just someone else. Just it wasn't even a part of American Idol. It was just like
Their own show.
I'm going with Candice and then Angie Miller. I think. I mean, it could be the top 2.
what?
For the whole thing, yeah, her second performance. I'm not saying overall. I'm saying one song, another song. But yeah, Angie's second performance, loved it. That's back to what she's great at, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm splitting hairs right now between Cree and Angie. You know, for second, because we all know the first, second, third, fourth, fifth is just Candice. She's amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go. Just because you gave me that Twitter stat, I'm gonna go with Angie for this week for second. Yeah. So
Angie, probably because more girls can relate to her. Cree's so unique. And when a girl looks at Angie and they're like, "Oh my gosh, she kind of reminds me of me," like they're gonna like her. And she's not like your typical, but she's not. I think she's the less unique out of everyone.
Interesting standpoint. So okay, who's going home? This is the interesting part of the show. Who is going home? Who do you think? Who do you think? I mean, is it that easy? It's all we've been. It is? Okay.
Sorry.
No. Who's going home?
Well, I'll go ahead and give you guys this because if he does have with the.
Oh, so you're saying it's a guy?
With an awesome fan base, all right. Like I think every artist goes as far as their fans take them, right? So that's cool that Laz has an awesome fan base and everything. But I mean, that's. The judges, okay, Andrew said that they were being harsh, but because I would have been irritated too if they just should have done a better performance, but Laz done.
Yeah, I think that, I hope he goes home, but it's going to be unfortunate when Janelle leaves.
So you're saying, you know what, possibly.
Don't steal my thoughts.
Sorry.
And JC?
I am going to go with...
I forgot about Janelle.
Janelle. Going with Janelle.
Guys versus girls.
And I'll explain it. I'll tweet it because I actually do have this mathematical equation that actually predicts that Janelle is going home tomorrow. Yes.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
I know. Idol geek here. So with that said, it's time to go home.
Okay.
All right.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
Wow, this is an interesting exit. Martin, where can they find you, buddy?
It's Burt Bacharach.
Of course it is. I remember this from Austin Powers when he's playing the piano on the limo.
Find me on my Twitter at Tiara's Eyebrows, call back to Bachelor. And it is blowing up. They are loving the new host, Stephanie. My Twitter is blown up. They're like, who's the new girl?
Thanks, world. You can follow me, Steffi G, on Twitter and Instagram, and just Stephanie Giorgi. I don't know, search me. I have like a couple different usernames. I haven't like been official yet.
Find me, Mark E. Allen, on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JC Rubio TV.
Woo!
And so for Martin, Mark, Stephanie, I'm JC, and all the world needs is a little more AfterBuzz. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV.
No, not just for some, but everyone.